Here it is, folks, the moment we've all been waiting for. That's right, it's time for us to finally get our Skell license. Hi everybody, it's Tallara and welcome back to my Let's Play series through Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. On our last episode, we completed Chapter 6, which was cool and all, but the real reward comes at the conclusion of Chapter 6. Vandom told us to meet him because it's finally time for us to get our Skell license. That's right, those giant mechs we've seen around, we can finally be a licensed operator and hopefully have one of our own. I am so excited, so let's not waste any more time. Mr. Muscles is here. Let's talk to him.
Working hard out there?
Hey there, are you settling in all right? Getting used to life as a blade? Yeah, absolutely. It's basically second nature to me now. Excellent. Glad to hear it. I know you've been through the damn ringer lately, but you're still doing good work. Anything to ask me about? Any worries or requests? No need to hold back. I'm in a good mood today, so your head will probably stay on your shoulders. It's only natural for a commander to want to keep tabs on his people, right? So come on, lay it on me. Well, you kind of mentioned in our last conversation that maybe, you know, it was finally time for me to get my Skell license, so please, Mr. Random Sir, can I please pilot a Skell? Oh yeah? That's right, I forgot you didn't have one. Wait. You don't even have a Skell license, do you? Whoops, sorry about that. Oversight on my part. You need a license to pilot a Skell, see? We only issue them to blades with a proven track record. That way, we know they have the skill to make use of them. Given your track record, I'm tempted to issue you one right now, but it ain't standard operating procedure. Wouldn't be fair to the others, you know? But clear the license exam, and it's all yours. Alright, we need to pass exams from each division to earn our Skell license. Sounds like a lot of work, but I have a feeling it's going to be worth the reward. Alright, so first up we've got a proficiency exam from the Pathfinders, then we've got a proficiency exam from the Interceptors, a proficiency exam from the Harriers. Oh my god, so many exams. This is going to be a lot more work than I thought. Next we got the proficiency exam from the Reclaimers, from the Curators, from the Prospectors, from the Outfitters, from the Mediators. Okay, so the exam is not just exam singular, it's exam plural. We have 8 different exams from 8 different organizations that we need to obtain. Vandom says, once you get your 8 certifications done, go tell Walter in the hangars. Then once you pass the final exam, you'll officially be a Skell pilot. Pretty exciting, yeah? Sure it is. But getting you in a Skell will be good news for us Blades, too. I've got high hopes for you. Good luck. Okay, you know, there's no better feeling than when you accept a quest and you've actually already completed the requirements for said quest, because that seems to be exactly what's happening right here. We actually already completed Proficiency Exam 1. We were asked to install a data probe at FrontierNav Site 117 in Primordia. Lo and behold, we already did it. First certificate is ours. Unfortunately, that is the only quest that we had already completed, though, so we've still got 7 more to go, but hey, I'll take it. 1 down. So let's track the proficiency exam from the Interceptors next, I guess. Oh, wow. These exams are literally spread out all over the world. Okay, so this exam from the Interceptors is actually right up here in the jungles of Noctilum. So if we fast travel to FN Site 222, it should be just to the south there. Looks like I know what this episode is going to consist of today. We've got a lot of Skell examinations to complete, and hopefully by the time all is said and done, we'll be saying goodbye while I'm piloting a mech. But for now, we can't get ahead of ourselves. 7 certifications stand between us and the final test, so I suppose there's really 8 tests in total that we need to complete here. Alright. People we're looking for should be right around here. Aha. You know, I probably should have read the actual quest text before I just ran off. So the Proficiency Exam 2 from the Interceptors actually requires us to defeat 12 Blitz Bladas in Noctilum. I see. I thought we were going to come and meet someone here. I should have looked at the quest criteria in advance. So no, this is just a pure combat mission. we gotta take down 12 bugs. Luckily, these bugs right here are only level 11. So if all the bugs are as weak as these ones, we shouldn't have much trouble. Alright, there we have it. Proficiency Exam 2 is complete. We took down 12 Blitz Bladas here in Noctilum, and then received our second certificate. Perfect. Alright. 2 down, 6 to go. What do we got up next? Let's go check the next mission. Proficiency Exam 3 is from the Harriers, and it requires us to defeat Shatshki. Wow, I butchered that pronunciation. Let's try that again. Shotskeek? That's my final answer. The Flash in Primordia's North Point Cove. Apparently, appearances are rare, so we'll keep that in mind. And now let's go see if we can find the Flash. I'm just going to use the nickname up here. I suppose if the monster is not here when we spawn in, we just... never mind. Don't even need to say anything further, because he's already here. I was going to say, if we can't see him, I guess we'll just continue resetting the time until he appears, but no, he's here. Now, the issue is, this is a level 25 unique monster, and we're only level 22. All of that is to say, I don't think I'm actually strong enough to take this thing on right now. So, maybe we'll leave certificate number 3 till the end. How about we jump ahead to Proficiency Exam 4 from the Reclaimers. They want us to obtain the Solar Starship map in Noctilum's Humdrum Peaks. Alright, back to Noctilum, I guess. Luckily, we actually have a fast travel spot right here, Tripod Rock, which appears to be close to the Humdrum Peaks, so let's go pick that up. Hopefully by the time we obtain the rest of the certificates, we'll be closer in level, so we can maybe try to take on the Flash, but I don't even want to try it yet until I'm at least, you know, level 25 myself, because we all know that unique monsters are even stronger than their level indicates, so trying to fight it while I'm under-leveled is just going to be a recipe for disaster. Whee! That was a dramatic drop, and I love it. Alright.
Crap, looks like they saw us.
They did see us. I thought we were going to be able to just get in and get out here, but unfortunately, the Garnet Forfexes have decided to ruin the party. But that's okay, because I actually have my overdrive ready, so we are just going to absolutely destroy these things. I love using overdrive because it just allows you to use your abilities basically over and over and over again. It's so fun. Combat goes really fast when you can use all of your abilities at any time. And it allows you to do stuff like that. 26,000 damage in a matter of seconds. The monsters are down, and now we can reclaim the white whale debris right here that we were looking for. Boom! Alright, Proficiency Exam 4 was nice and easy, so there's another certificate for us. Whoa. That was kind of cool. The door opened. Alright, next up is Proficiency Exam 5 from the Curators. We've actually already completed some parts of this. We needed to gather 3 different materials. First was 8 rock armadillos, which we have done. Then it was 6 multi-speckled ladybugs, which we already have done. All that's left is 3 big flea squashes in Oblivia. What in the dear lord is a big flea squash? I don't know, but it appears they're right sort of at the entrance to Oblivia, which is nice. We can fast travel right over there, and then we'll start the hunt. I assume with the word squash, it's some sort of fruit or vegetable, but then I'm concerned because there's also the word flea in there, so, you know, I don't want to eat squashes that are infested with fleas. Now, I see the markers on my mini-map, but it appears they're either above or below us. My gut says they must be below us, meaning there must be some sort of cave system around here that we can access. Let's take a look around and try to keep our distance from those monsters. Aha! This must be the cave right here. Devil's Colony. Oh, that sounds inviting. What are we gonna have in here? I hear big footsteps. You'd think that's coming from up above me, though. I don't know what that is. There's also spiders, my favorite, but on the bright side, it does appear that this is where we can find our squashes, so if we've got to take out a few bugs to get our Skell license, look, I'm willing to make that sacrifice. As you can see, I've switched up our party today to do a little bit of exploring, because I do want to build affinity with all of our different party members. So we're using a unique squad right now of Tallara, Gwyn, Doug, and Irina, which is nice. Giving everyone some screen time. Now, it looks like some bugs will ignore us while others won't, so it's a bit of a toss-up. And here's another one of those squashes. We just need one more. But there's one of the bugs who's not going to let us just go by. Luckily, they're only level 12, so literally no issue. If anything, I wish they were a bit of a higher level so we could get more experience and be more prepared to take down that tyrant later, but we'll take what we can get, I suppose. Alright, one more squash. Oh, the squash is on the other side of that rock wall, which obviously we can't access, so let's go and get this one over here instead. Oh, squash, where are you? There you are. Next to all of these disgusting spiders.
Crap, looks like they saw us.
They sure did.
Magnum edge. Hurry up and scream. Furious flash. Move in. Starfall run.
Didn't know I was so popular.
Oh, now we've got a strange Vesper who's joined the party.
Pumped and ready to go.
Close in and seal the team.
Like this. Magnum edge.
Can't even see you up there, strange Vesper. You're so high up. I have no idea how I'm even hitting him with melee. Good thing I can jump really high. Used to be some sort of bat, I think. And of course, fighting those guys drew the attention of this Shadow Scorpo right here. But hey, as I was just saying a minute ago, we do need to fight lots of monsters at this point so I can get some level ups. We can go take down that tyrant. So, I'm not going to complain even though it's spiders. The things we do for Skell licenses! Alright, monsters down. Nope, now all the spiders want to fight me. Okay. Wow, they're just taking it one by one. If you guys had strategy, you would have jumped me all the one time, but I should probably be thankful that you don't have strategy, to be honest.
Furious blast. Magnum edge. Starfall flame. Starfall gun. Clean up.
Alright, one more to go. Not only will we then have cleared out this cavern, but there you have it. We also cleared a proficiency exam number 5. Halfway there, folks. 4 out of 8 certificates. I wonder what the final exam will entail of. Well, we'll worry about that later. We've still got lots more proficiency exams to go through. So far, they've been pretty varied. Some have been to defeat a number of different monsters. Some have been to defeat one big monster. Some have been to collect things, plant probes, literally a little bit of everything. They want you to exhibit your overall prowess in order to get your Skell license. If we sneak down this tiny little passage here, it looks like there's actually a treasure up on this end that I'd like to grab before we go.
Come on, you and me.
But of course, the drone Ed Secula is not going to make it that easy. Freaking drone and Seculas. Okay, I defeated the bugs and managed to pick up my treasure. Now we can move on to Proficiency Exam 6, which is very different. This one is from the Prospectors and tasks us with using FrontierNav to earn over 15,000 credits in a single return. What does that mean? We're gonna have to set up a lot of probes that are not all like mining probes or storage probes, but specifically the ones that generate revenue. So if I go to my map, I believe we actually have a few frontier segments unlocked that I don't have, I don't have actually data probes assigned to. What we're gonna need, though, is research probes. Those are the ones that generate revenue, and I don't have any right now. So we're gonna have to go back to New LA and actually buy a few research probes. Hopefully installing 3 research probes right there will be enough. As you can see in the bottom right, my current revenue total is 9,510. So if we get that up past 12,000, we'll have completed the objectives for this. So let's head back to New LA. I'll get some more probes, install them, and hopefully that'll be the trick. So after running around New LA for what felt like forever, I decided to turn to my dandy friend Google and see where you can actually get more research probes. And apparently you can't buy them in New LA. Womp womp. Apparently to get research probes, you need to find more treasures. They're either given as quest rewards dropped from rare monsters sometimes, and the easiest way seems to be through finding treasures out and around the world. So we'll hold off on that one for now. Hopefully as I do some exploration here now for the rest of the certifications, we'll find more treasures, and hopefully those treasures will give us more research probes. Luckily, we don't need many more. As I said, we're pretty close to how much revenue that we need to generate to complete the mission, so hopefully just 1 or 2 more and we'll do the trick. For now, though, let's skip Proficiency Exam 6. We'll move to number 7, which is from the Outfitters. And, wow, this one's interesting. Get the examination weapon from Tallara on Division Drive in the Administrative District. That seems a little too easy. Okay, so if I fast travel back to Armory Alley, I guess we just need to speak to someone and get the weapon. There's got to be a part 2, right? Maybe we need to use the weapon in a certain amount of battles or something. Because part 1 seems a little bit too easy, if you ask me. Hey, Tallara. Greetings. You must be the one undergoing the Skell license examination. I work with the Outfitters in product testing. I have 3 weapons for you today. You will use one of them to hunt indigents. There you go. There you go. There's the catch. Remote weapon usage monitoring is a crucial source of data for arms manufacturers. Your cooperation in this process is most appreciated. Okay, so he gave me a trial knife, trial assault rifle, and trial sword. So presumably I now need to equip said items. Trial sword, which I can't use because that's not in my class. Trial knife, which I can't use because it's not in my class. And trial assault rifle, which I can't use because it's not in my class. Can anyone else use this? Okay, yes, Gwen can equip the trial sword, and Gwen can equip the trial assault rifle. Does anyone use knives? Yes, Irina does. She'll equip the trial knife. All right. Those are actually decently strong weapons too, which is nice. I figured we were going to be at a handicap, if you will, but no, that actually wasn't so bad. All right, so the monsters we're looking for, oh, we actually only needed to use one of the 3 weapons that were given to us. We either defeat 3 giant Grexes in Primordia with the knife, or with the assault rifle, or with the trial sword. But we have them all equipped, so we'll just choose one, I guess. Looks like the closest one to us would be right here. We can fast travel to FN Site 103, head north through the Biano River, and look for the giant Grexes. So far, I think Primordia is my favorite region of Mira that we've explored so far. I love the sort of variety in cliff-like environments around, all these cool rock structures. It's got a bit of greenery, but not too much. Perhaps most importantly, it doesn't have many bugs. It doesn't have as much stuff trying to kill us, it feels like. No crazy weather like there is over in Oblivia. So far out of our 3 unlocked regions, I think I gotta say Primordia is my favorite. But I think there's still more for us to explore here on the world of Mira, so who knows? A new region may come in yet and steal the crown as my favorite one. The region of Primordia, I think, reminds me the most of, like, the original Xenoblade Chronicles. All of the numbered Xenoblade Chronicles games, actually, in terms of landscape. It feels very familiar. It feels very much what you expect from, like, an open-world fantasy-type game. And so I think that's why I like it so much. It almost feels comfortable. Now, we picked up that treasure there. It didn't give us a research probe, unfortunately, but here are the giant Grexes that we're hunting, so one thing at a time, right? So as we have literally all of the trial weapons equipped, hopefully we'll just have to kill 3 Grexes and we'll be good. I'm hoping what isn't the case is that, like, either Gwyn or Irina needs to actually hit the finishing blow. Hopefully if we just defeat the monsters and the weapons are equipped, that's enough to complete the objective, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. The giant Grexes are putting up a little bit more of a fight. They're level 22, so they should give us ample rewards in terms of experience, which is good. I can also see where they get their name, Giant. Look how big this thing is. Holy moly. Alright, that did work. 1 giant Grex has been taken down, meaning just 2 more to go. Perfect! Proficiency exam 7 is down, and it's kind of funny because I was actually fighting 2 giant Grexes at once. I only took down 1, and the quest pop-up came up, so I'm still in combat with the other one, but anywho, we'll take it! Alright, so that means we've just got 3 more certifications to go. We know what 2 of them are. One involves generating enough revenue through our data probes. The other one involves taking down that tyrant, but let's see what number 8 involves as soon as I take down this final giant Grex here. Just one more for good measure. We're getting those arms manufacturers all the data they could ever want. Alright, there we go. Nice, that actually gave me a class rank up, so we'll take that as well. Alright, there's our loot. Now, let's take a look at our final mission. Proficiency exam number 8 is from the Mediators. And, oh, interesting. This, it has 3 quests that we need to complete. The Handy Manon, the Pipsqueak, and That's Incredible. Let's see, so that's one of them. Oh, no, we only need to do 1 of the 3. It says achieve any objective. So we complete either the Handy Manon, the Pipsqueak, or That's Incredible. So let's see. I was hoping they would be more easily highlighted on the map. Oh, they are. They are. I'm being silly. Sorry. So the dark green triangles are the ones. Now, the thing is I can't tell which one is which. I guess it doesn't really matter which one we do. Realistically, I'd probably like to do them all at some point. But how about we teleport right here in front of Blade Tower? Because it does appear that there's a mission right in front of us there. And then we'll see which one it actually is once we accept it. Alright, what do we got here? Or wait a minute. Ah, there we go. Took a second for Tallara to load in. I'm actually kind of excited to spend some more time with the Manon, because ever since we recruited them as allies, we haven't really spent much time with them. In fact, if you look over there, it looks really beautiful right now in the setting sun. That is the Manon ship that has now basically become part of New LA. So let's speak to Tallara here, and maybe we can learn more about their species. Hello! Welcome to the universally renowned, Candid Credible House of Fine Wares, okay? I've been pondering how we can better serve our human clientele, you see. Director General Choson suggested the quickest route to an amiable integration of our peoples was through a mutually beneficial business, didn't he? So I've decided to share the technology we Manon pride ourselves on with everyone, yes? And to share it at an honest price, perhaps? I wonder if Tallara has a stutter, or if that's, an error right there, that there's 3 2s in a row. But anyway. Come to us for all your needs, from paper napkins to interstellar generation ships, alright? Everything is in stock here at Candid Credible. That is quite a range of items. Or at least that's what I was hoping to offer clients, yes, because it just sounds insanely profitable, doesn't it? But this running a business stuff is hard, right? It's just been one obstacle after the next. But now that you've come along, I think my luck might be turning around, yes? So may I ask a favor? First, I'd like you to take a look at something on our ship, okay? It won't take much of your time, and I promise it will maybe be worth the trouble. I mean, I can't lie, I'm super interested to see what the inside of the Manon ship looks like, so I will absolutely accept Tallara's request. Even if it wasn't a prerequisite to getting our Skell license, my interest is piqued. Then we have a deal, yes? Many, many thanks. I can tell that you'll be an excellent customer, won't you? And I promise to treat you with respect and integrity, so come spend all your money at Candid Credible House of Fine Wares, okay? Wow, you can't say no when someone's promising to treat you with respect and integrity. Alright, so the mission we're accepting is That's Incredible. We need to help Tallara increase the sales for the newly opened arms manufacturer, Candid Credible. Step 1 is to talk to Tallara up in the man-on ship. Now that that's resolved, I must be on my way, okay? I'll explain things in more detail when next we speak, alright? Oh, and over there you'll see the super amazing warp device Candid Credible installed, yes? It takes you directly to the man-on ship. So fast, no? Speedy? Convenient? Anyway, I'll be waiting for you there, okay? Alright, so I guess I take this teleporter right here, and it'll teleport me up to the ship. That's pretty handy. Let's check it out. Warp! Region discovered, man-on ship. Landmark discovered, deck. Did you hear that I nearly got killed by Ganglion? Thankfully some nice humans came along and saved me. Hey Bahaba, what's new? We man-on are busting out our skills to help you guys out here on Mira, aren't we? We even started that Candid Credible operation to supply you with weapons, did we not? And some folks, like Herodot, are fixing up the ship so we can head back into space when the time is right, you know? What, me? Oh, I'm not as handy with machines as other man-ons, so I'm sort of keeping an eye on them. Just to make sure no one gets hurt, you understand? Supervisor, yes, I understand. Oh, there's a human up here. And Nopon. Oh, there's all sorts of people up here on the man-on ship. This thing is freaking huge, by the way. Alright. Man-on we're looking for looks to be over here a ways. Looking at the very alien architecture is pretty cool. Did you know Geogion and his friend Elle are going to make gadgets and sell them in a shop? I guess they're looking for a location in Armory Alley right now. Wait, like our alien friend Elle? I might have to inquire about that later. I didn't realize he was undertaking a new business venture. Whoa, what the heck? This is insanely cool. What is this? These particle beams of light converging in this ball. This is insanely cool.
That's right. Yeah.
Pizza really is the greatest, don't you think? You really should go to Army Pizza one of these days. I love how the man-on are supplying us with weapons and technology, and in return we're supplying them with pizza. We all have our specialties, I guess. Alright, Tallara is right here. Oh, along with all of these man-on eating pizza. It seems like pizza is a big hit with the man-on people. I mean, hey, I can't blame them. I'm a human and I love pizza. I can only imagine it happening for the first time.
Great, right?
Welcome to the man-on ship. We think you'll join the rest of space in agreeing it offers the very finest of amenities, maybe. How did you like the ride here? Our warp device packs a kick, yes? That's classic man-on technology there. From ether to warp drives, we have it all, don't we? But maybe I should continue from where I left off earlier? During the time it took to move here after establishing our present friendship with your people, we man-on created a number of items to sell, you see. They're based on thorough market research and guaranteed to hit the human spot. Or that was the plan, right? However, the culture barrier is harder to overcome than we thought. While the technology involved is practically primitive, we're having an incredibly difficult time actually coming up with everyday products. From washing things in diluted chemicals to slathering paint on your faces, your human needs are, well, they're incredibly strange, aren't they? Inscrutable? Beyond the grasp of all logic, even? Literally impossible to fathom, perhaps. Yes, that's it. So we decided to forget about everyday products and make weapons instead, since the needs of most species are essentially the same in that area, aren't they? They want power, yes, convenience, deluxeness, and man-on weapons have all that and more, okay? So I'm very, very certain humans will agree to buy so many. But, well, the cultural barrier is pretty high, isn't it? I'm worried that humans might not understand how amazing these weapons really are, maybe. So, this is where the favorite part comes in, alright? Also, we've gotten 3 words in a row so many times here now that I do not think it was a typo or an error. I think all man-on may just have a little bit of a stutter. I want you to try some of the weapons we made here in the field, and then go tell all the other humans how amazing they are, okay? Word of mouth, right? I'll set you up with one of our latest models to get you started, if that's alright. Take it and go hunt some indigents called Quick Avelos, okay? 7 or so should be enough. Oh, and the more wild and flamboyantly you can fight, the better advertisement it is likely to make. We might even have humans lining up out the door. So yes, alright. Candid Credible's future is in your hands, you understand? Okay. So he just gave me something called Diagonal Twins, which presumably... okay, no, maybe I'm making a wrong presumption. I was gonna say... Ah, no, they are it. They are, swords. They're just down here. Honestly, I'll give it up to the Manon. I don't know if these things are good in battle, but what they are good at is looking cool. They have an electric attribute to them. They're only level 10, so they're a bit of a downgrade for us at this time. But they look really awesome. Alright, so that's the weapon we need to test out. And now let's go see if we can find the monsters we need to slay. So looks like they're all around this landmark right here, the Grieving Plains. So let's go try out our brand new weapons. Depending on what sort of monsters we're fighting, having the electrical element might come in handy. Hopefully we're fighting like giant fish or something. You know, hopefully the Pokemon type chart comes into play here in Xenoblade Chronicles. We can fight some water monsters with my electric type weapon and all will be well. Now that's a level 60 right there. We're gonna make sure we get around him. And now we are in the correct spot for the monsters we're looking for, however... I don't see any here. I only see the really big monsters. Do they only come out at a certain time of day, perhaps? Let's take a closer look at the mission. Ah, yes, during the day. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. We'll just go to System, change time. We'll change it to... I don't know if morning, afternoon is the same. Let's just go to morning. Okay, it's raining. And, are you what I'm looking for? Yes, okay. The giant birds with the interesting neck appendages. Luckily, only level 12, so even though these weapons are a little under-leveled, it shouldn't even matter that much. Unfortunately, I have a bad feeling the Quick Avelos are not a water type, but it's alright. Didn't even need it. 1 down, 6 to go. And we're done! Alright, 7 Quick Avelos taken down with the Manon's new swords. Hopefully that's enough to get them some good advertising. And now let's warp back up to the Manon ship. Alright, Tallara, I'm back. Have your friends finished their pizza yet? Seriously, guys? Have you even taken a bite? Are you just smelling it? I need to ask this person what they think about the pizza. Hi. Oh, no. I can't ask them about pizza. I can only ask about other continents? No offense. I really don't care. Okay, well, anyway. Enjoy your smell party. Tallara, I'm back.
Yeah?
Ah, welcome back. Advertising efforts going well, I hope. Not too stunned by the power of our weapon to use it effectively, are you? We've had customers drop in asking about it already. So why don't you go ahead and hand that back to me so we can continue? Ah, I'm afraid I can't take it while it's still equipped. Forgive me, yes? No offense? Sorry, that's actually completely fair. Let's, unequip the Diagonal Twins and put back on our Chrome Blades too. Alright, here you are. You can take them back now. Wow, we've already had customers inquiring about it. Alright, well here you go. You can have it back then. While you were out there advertising, we were in here inventing new equipment. So here you go, okay? Much more kick in this one, you see. Very, very powerful. So please go out there and share it with the world, perhaps. Though I worry that just using it against any old indigent you run across could muddle the message a little bit, couldn't it? Huh. What sounds more impressive? Defeating one super strong enemy or a whole bunch of regular enemies? Which makes for better advertising then? I mean, honestly, defeating one tough enemy I think is more impressive. Right, we want an impact, don't we? So taking down an infamous threat will raise your status and make our weapon an overnight sensation at the same time, eh? Which means we'll need you to aim as high as possible when picking your target, won't we? Something like a Welkin or Rovis, maybe? Or even 2? Yes, 2 would be better than 1, wouldn't it? 1 has been sighted nearby in Primordia, and its parameters are a good match with those we used in the design process, so it's pretty much perfect? If things go well and the advertising yields results, we can call this model the Eravenerator, perhaps, or the Oraviscerator? Very good, yes. Best of luck in slaying 2 of those Welkin Oravices with the latest and greatest Candid and Credible tech, okay? We're in talks with our head office regarding production schedules for mass producing that last weapon, you see? It's located with the arms manufacturers over in the administrative district. Would you mind maybe dropping in and giving your report? Okay, so we got a new weapon that we need to equip. It's called the Hide Dyads. I just saw it pop up there, but I don't actually see it. It must be guns. Yeah, there they are. Hide Dyads. Unfortunately, fairly weak again, but they do have the electric attribute. That must be the Manon's sort of signature element. They really like adding electricity to things. Okay, so we need to go hunting. Now, our first monster is going to be right up here. Luckily, I've already got the Errant Bridge unlocked as a landmark, so we can fast travel there and then head north. Hopefully I'm not going to live to regret suggesting that I take out one big monster instead of a bunch of little monsters, but stay tuned. Alright, should be just to the north. I assume it's that tall thing? Oh, that's not too bad. It doesn't look to be a tyrant. It looks to just be a big level 23 monster. Oh yeah, there's 2 of them. Now, I want to take them on one at a time. I definitely can't take more than one on at once, because this thing is huge. But hopefully, we should be able to take them out. We should definitely be able to take them out if I use overdrive here, which is what I'm going to do right away. Oh, Arena's already down. Don't even know what happened there. I think she got dive bombed by the bird, but it's fine. Because look how much damage we've done, and our overdrive combo completely took him out. 21,000 damage. 1 giant bird down, 1 to go. Alright. Luckily this one over here didn't even notice the battle. Now, we won't have our overdrive for this one, so this battle's not going to go quite as smoothly, but hopefully won't be too much worse than our last one.
I need healing. How's this?
Can't see him.
I was gonna lay into him anyway. Still got it. Attack at range and let's clean up.
I won't miss this shot.
Alright, half health. Ow!
Finish the job.
Furious blast.
Alright. Welkin Oravius is down. Hopefully that gives the Manon enough data to put out a advertising campaign for their new weapons, and now we can go meet up with them here in Armory Alley. Hello again, Tallara. Excellent work, right? I've heard reports on your results in using our latest weapon. Would you be so good as to return it to me now, please? Thanks. Many, many thanks. I'm afraid I can't take it while it's still equipped. Sorry, I forgot about that again. Okay, 1 second. Let me take it off for you. We'll put our advanced warrior dual guns back on. And then give Tallara back his weapon. Excellent work, right? I've heard reports on your results in using our latest weapon. Would be so good as to return it to me now, please. Thanks. There you are. You're as impressive as I'd heard, and I'm a genius for scouting you to head our field marketing efforts, right? The parts where you pretended to struggle and or bleed really added a sense of drama, you know? You're kind of a ham, but the good kind, right? Overcome the direst of all dire odds with a weapon from Candid and Credible at your side. The ad copy practically writes itself, doesn't it? What? Why, yes, this is where you can find the unbeatable new weapon you've heard about. You're quite the savvy customer, right? This model here is the weapon that slew a Welkin Oravis in the blink of an eye. Ah, and a welcome to you too. Welcome one and all to Candid and Credible House of Fine Wares, okay? Ride the cutting edge with the most advanced tech in all of space and time, okay? Because when your life could be gone, you better trust Manon! That's a catchy slogan, bud. Alright, looks like the advertising campaign was a success. You're welcome. I hope I get a cut of the profits here. Incredible. I never dreamed this ad campaign would work so well, or so quickly, right? It's all thanks to you. I'll be sure to come to you straight away if I ever need help again, okay? I hope we can be very, very good business partners for a long time, alright? Because at Candid Credible, integrity comes free! Right? It's totally free, like, included? You keep our business booming, we'll make your enemies go boom. It's back scratching all around at your friendly neighborhood Candid Credible. Come to us for all your needs, from paper napkins to interstellar generation ships, yes? Everything is in stock here at Candid Credible. Alright, that's mission complete for us. We defeated the Indigens using Candid Credible's new product. As well as being a great advertisement, you also sparked interest in Man-On Tech. And then by completing that mission, we actually finished our 8th proficiency exam. We received a certificate for completing the exam, meaning only 2 more certificates needed until we can get our Skell license. One of them obviously requires the revenue stream. The other one involves the Tyrant. Now, our team is only level 23, which I'm worried is still a little low level. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to explore the world a little bit. As you can see, this whole segment of Primordia I haven't really explored yet. If we can plant a few data probes there, hopefully I can find some treasure as well, which will give us the research probe that we need to generate more revenue. And in doing so, hopefully I'll also get enough experience points that we can head down here and defeat the Flash. Alright, here we go. We've taken the battle to the Flash. I actually managed to get enough probes, so right now we should be generating the revenue we need for other certification. But before that comes in, all we can do is basically sit back and wait, meaning I decided to spend our time taking on the Flash. You can see it's a beautiful night, the moon is out, the weather could not be better for us to take on this big guy. I don't want to speak too soon, because there's obviously lots of battle left, but honestly, so far, so good, especially because now we've got overdrive. Let's kick it into overdrive, everyone. Let's take down the Flash. Oh yeah, we are shredding this guy. And here I was scared of you, Flash. I saved you till the very end because I was worried I wouldn't be strong enough to defeat you. If anything, we're embarrassing you here, guy. Wow, we are shredding him. I guess he wasn't as strong as I thought he was, or I'm stronger than I thought I was. We just did 20,000 damage there in overdrive. The Flash is down. Heck yeah. Proficiency exam 3 is complete. Which means we now have 7 out of 8 certificates that we need to get our Skell license. All that's left is to generate $12,000 in revenue from our data probes. That comes in periodically. I believe it's every 15 minutes of real time. I'm not sure how many minutes it's been since I installed the data probe, but regardless, all we need to do is wait for that timer to tick down, and then we'll have our final certification and can go get our Skell license. There we have it. Proficiency Exam 6 is complete. And with that, we have all the certificates needed to hopefully, finally, get our Skell license. So let's take our 8 certificates over here. Yes, Walter's who we need to speak to next. Commander Vandam told me you'd be stopping by to take the Skell license exam. Do you have your certifications from the 8 proficiency exams? I sure do. Here are all 8 of our Skell license certificates. Yep, looks like a full set. Nice work. We're ready for the final exam. No need to stress though, it's a simple verbal quiz. We had you run missions for each of the 8 divisions, and there's a reason for that. Care to guess what it might be? Probably to better understand the role each division plays within Blade, if I had to guess. Exactly. Now you've got a feel for each one's particular flavor. Hopefully, that's given you a few ideas of how you can put a Skell to use. Anyway, that's one reason, but there's another. There aren't exactly enough Skells to go around all of the divisions. Sometimes situations arise where people have to cross division lines and cooperate to get things done. For efficiency's sake, it's important that everyone knows how the other divisions work. Make sense? Yeah, absolutely. Good. And you're now cleared to own and operate a Skell. Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. All of our hard work is paying off. Walter says I'll authorize your license now. I also get to share some good news. Looks like you're being given a free Skell. Compliments of Vandom. Whoa. Shout out Commander Mustache. Thank you. It's parked in the hangar in the back. Go introduce yourself and give it a test ride. Thank you very much, Walter. I really appreciate your help. Just doing my own job. Really, Vandom is the one you should be thanking. He must expect big things from you. It's a rare day a rookie pilot gets issued a Skell free of charge. I look forward to seeing what you do with it. I'm so excited! Okay, so now we get to finally see our very own Skell. It's all come to this. I can't believe Vandom's giving us one for free. Shout out to Major Muscles. Look at me, no longer a rookie blade. I am a licensed Skell operator. I belong here with all these fellow Skell users. Nice close shot of my butt. Really prepping us. And here it is. Our very own Skell. Mission complete. We obtained our Skell license and also learned more about each division in the process. Finally, it's time to learn about Skells. Skells are powerful armored vehicles developed by humanity. You can press ZL to board or disembark. You can also press the left stick to toggle between walker and vehicle modes. Piloting one expands your options for exploring Mira, not to mention for battle. However, Skells aren't able to target certain enemies' appendages, so go on foot if you need to destroy those. Also, bear in mind that your art selection while in a Skell depends on the weapons it has equipped, so changing your weapon loadout will also change the arts you'll have access to. If you ever stray too far from your Skell, remember you can go to the main menu, party, return to Skell to immediately return to its cockpit. You can obtain new Skells by buying them from the shop terminal or by creating them. Check the Skells from your own customization center. When you're piloting a Skell in combat and a large enemy becomes staggered, you can approach them and press ZL and ZR to bind them. A bound enemy will be held in place for a certain duration, ensuring that all attacks against them will hit, and increasing the damage they take. Additionally, while binding an enemy, purple circles will appear one after another. Press B at the correct time to extend the effect's duration and quickly regenerate fuel. Just like when you're on foot, you can spend 3000 GP while piloting a Skell to activate overdrive. While it's active, fuel will not be consumed and cockpit time will trigger more often. Additionally, a Skell's capabilities will be greatly enhanced during overdrive, but the exact perks differ from Skell to Skell. Skells have a limited supply of fuel and will not be able to fight when it runs out. Fuel is consumed in battle or when using arts, but will slowly regenerate while you're not piloting your Skell. You can also refuel the Skells by spending Maranium. To do this, use the barracks hangar option on the customization center console. When a Skell is destroyed due to its HP dropping to 0, normally it will become unusable then and there, but you can get it fixed up if you have Skell insurance. In that situation, you'll be able to head back into your Skell, retrieved and repaired, by going to the Blade Barracks' customization center, barracks hangar. If a Skell is destroyed while you have no Skell insurance remaining, and even if you succeed perfectly in the red B prompt, you'll have to either spend a large sum of money or use a salvage ticket to get it retrieved and repaired. Welcome to the club, Skell Pilot. Thank you, Doug. There's clearly a lot to learn here, a lot to wrap our head around, but I'm sure we'll figure it out in time. Doug says, before you hop into the cockpit, you need to assign yourself to the machine. Once that's out of the way, your craft will be sent to the barracks hangar, found via the customization center console. Remember this whenever you want to use a new Skell. Alright! Here it is, folks! I wish this little pop-up would go away. Yep, okay. Any time now, Tips. Please go away so I can take a better look at my Skell. Okay, they're not going away. Holy crap, I can fly! Well, not exactly fly, but I can jump really high. Here it is. I finally have a Skell of my own. This is insane. So we can run around in sort of full robot mode, but then we can also apparently... Whoa! What the hell? We can also turn into vehicle mode and drive around the streets of New LA in style. This is pretty cool. Luckily, All of the telephone poles, cars, and trees are not solid, and we can just drive right past them. This... Oh my god, this is so cool. I can't believe, after all this time, this huge new game mechanic is only just now getting unlocked. I feel like this is going to change the way we play the game dramatically, and I'm so excited to check out our Skell more. So if I go into Skell gear... Yeah, okay, so we can change our Skell weapons. Skells can be equipped with their own weapons. Each Skell can equip weapons in 5 positions on the left and right sides for a total of 10. Weapons equipped in the sidearm slots are used to auto-attack, while the others give access to arts. Each Skell art has a fixed fuel cost to use it. Additionally, some Skell weapons occupy more than one equipment slot. Okay, so it looks like, unlike my character, where my arts are determined by my class, it looks like here our Skell arts are going to be determined by what weapons we have equipped. So that's going to lead to some interesting mix and match while we try to figure out our ideal combat style. We'll also learn about Skell armor. Armor components can be installed on Skells, each one tied to one of the 5 slots. These do not affect Skell appearance. The armor pieces a Skell can equip are governed by its type. Okay, do we I don't know if we have any weapons right now. We do. Oh, awesome. Apparently I have an extremely rare Skell sidearm, actually. It's considered intergalactic rarity. Holy moly. Okay, we'll equip that. And then for our right sidearm, I also have a very rare piece of armor. The SHM-XXR320SA Assault. Really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Let's equip that as well. And then we've got a couple of spare weapons we can equip, which allow us to have arts. Oh, that's just the same one. Okay, do I only have... Yeah, it looks like I've only got one spare weapon, which means I only have one art right now. Interesting. Wow, this is just so much more to sort of dive into. This game gets more and more complex, but in the best way. You could just lose yourself in the amount of things to do and control and customize. This is so fantastic. So we actually do already have a few different Skell items and parts, but we're probably going to want to go stock up. I also want to go customize my Skell a little bit, so how about we warp up to the administrative district. I think if we go to Armory Alley, we might be able to buy some new Skell weapons. Holy moly, I'm so tall! I didn't realize how tall I was until I came up to these terminals. I'm huge! Can I even go shopping while in a Skell? I don't think so. We're gonna have to dismount, I think. So then it just waits there. Oh yeah, no, this is freaking awesome. Okay, yes, so we can buy Skell weapons and armor. So let's buy a laser gun. Let's buy a Heathorn, sure. I just want one in every slot, basically. We've got an F-Wave. We've got a laser gun. We've got a shield here. Got another shield here. And then we've got a cracker here. Alright, so now we should be fully kitted out with all 10 weapons, I think. And then in terms of Skell armor, let's get a little upgrade going there as well. Looks like that's a good upgrade. Looks like that's a good upgrade. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Okay, so our Skell's all kitted out. It doesn't actually look any different, but... Ah, that's not true! You can see the weapons that we have equipped, actually. They said that the armor doesn't affect your Skell's appearance, but the weapons do. You can see now I've got all these weapons on my back and shoulders. This looks pretty cool. So now, if we go into the Blade Barracks, I believe we can actually customize the look of our Skell, if I understood the tutorial there correctly. Let's go see. Here we go. In the barracks hangar, you can access the customization center to register pilots, to outfit, refuel our Skells, and change our machines' paint jobs. Cool. All right, so this is our Skell right now. It's the US0220 Urban ST. The frame level is 20, and we do have Skell insurance. Yay! Okay, I want to customize the look. Wow, you can customize literally every single section of your Skell and make it a different color. What part am I even customizing right now? I can't even... Did anyone notice the colors even changing? Okay, there's section... Oh, I see, it briefly highlights. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 is all just sort of like on the arms and shins. And then you've got the visor, you've got the lights, and you can just change all armor color to change it completely. So if I wanted to change it to, say, blue... I wish there was an easier way to move along this menu. I have to go one number at a time. Talk about a slow ticker. My favorite color is blue, so let's see if we can make our Skell a nice blue color. So if we then do this... Slow but steady tick our way up, I think our Skell should turn blue? Oh yeah. Here we go! Now it's working! This is the slowest process ever, but if you keep at it, you too can make your Skell blue. Oh man, that looks so awesome. I love it. And then you can also do glossy or matte. I think I like this. Amazing, yes. Save, please. All right, we've got our blue Skell. That's exactly what I wanted. And then we've got me... Oh, so you can register... different pilots to the Skell. Okay, interesting. So I guess if we get different Skells, our party members can also be in Skells, but for right now, I've only got the one, so everyone else is gonna have to walk on foot. We've got all of our weapons equipped. I should have got another right shoulder weapon and back weapon. Oh, there we go. We got the right back weapon. I'm missing the right shoulder, but that's fine. We've got a full palette of arts now. I've got my blue Skell, we've got insurance, we're all registered. You know what this means, right? It's time to go try this thing out in the field. All day so far, we've just been going from one area to the next, completing all these certification missions, but it is time to finally reap the rewards and go see our baby blue Skell in action. Yeah, this is insanely cool. We can now traverse these wide open lands in a mech, and most importantly, we can also make things a little faster by turning into a car. This changes the game completely. Instead of having to navigate everywhere on foot, we now have our own vehicle. We've also... Whoops, I didn't mean to actually hop out of my Skell there. I was trying to transform back. I was gonna say, I also now want to try out combat in the Skell and see how that differs, so... Let's draw our weapon. So everyone else is still battling on the ground. But I can support them in my Skell. Combat is very different while in a Skell. Obviously what I'm used to in terms of arts and strategy is completely different. But I think it's clear that my Skell is quite powerful. All of this is to say, I think our hard work today was totally worth it, because look at this. Oh my, look at that shot. That is a background screensaver right there. Me and my Skell with the alien ruins and the giant moon in the background. I could not be more pleased with what we've accomplished today, folks. Thank you so much for coming along with me on my Skell licensing journey. From here on out, we've got a giant mech at our disposal, and I can't wait to use it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys back here soon as we continue my first playthrough through Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition.